What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today with another installment of my Dare to Dream video series. In this series, I give you guys an in-depth look at shoes that aren't as commonly seen on YouTube, including high heat releases from the past and present, and shoes that just have a special meaning in sneaker history. So in today's episode, I'm taking a deep dive at the infamous Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 in the Freeze Out colorway. So, the Trophy Room 1s, where do I even begin? This might be one of the most controversial releases of all time, and it even seems like the drama surrounding this release made more headlines than the shoes themselves. So this shoe is a collaboration between Jordan Brand and Trophy Room, which is a store owned by Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. They released back in February of this year for a price of $190 US, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, black, varsity red, and sail. So before we go into the details about this shoe, let's give you guys a backgrounder surrounding the whole drama of the situation. Basically, Marcus Jordan was accused of backdooring this shoe to resellers, which meant that there was minimal pairs available to the public to actually buy for retail. So how this all started was back in December. So as always with most shoes, early photos leak online, and to be honest, that's nothing unique. Whether it's the super hype collaboration shoes or even general release pairs, more often than not, images will leak online months before the actual release date. However, the main difference between this release and some of your other hype releases is that a lot of resellers were getting their hands on a ton of pairs of these early. So Marcus Jordan's first response to these allegations were that some Nike employees at the warehouse stole pairs of the Trophy Room 1s from their Memphis warehouse, and that this had nothing to do with Marcus Jordan himself backdooring. However, from published reports, these resellers who had tens or hundreds of pairs of these Trophy Room 1s, they had said that Marcus Jordan had backdoored these pairs, or basically sold them to them directly for a price of approximately $1,000 USD each. This meant that if the rumors are true, Marcus was pocketing that extra $800 above retail price himself. So keep in mind, this shoe is a very limited shoe to begin with. They're limited to and individually numbered to 12,000 pairs worldwide, and the majority of the pairs were sold on Trophy Room's website through a raffle, and a small allocation was given to the Nike Sneakers app, where what seems like a small handful of people were given exclusive access to the shoe. To make matters even worse, when the raffle was opened up on Trophy Room's website, first off, the form that you submit to enter the raffle, it didn't even work. A lot of people were getting a ton of difficulties getting their entry in, so then eventually Trophy Room switched this to an email raffle, where you basically email Trophy Room your info, your size, and all that stuff, and then from those probably millions of emails, Trophy Room would then pick their winners. So this just fed to more of the backdooring rumors and the whole shadiness of the whole release. In addition to that, there's the whole fiasco about the blue laces. So the pairs that were sold by resellers prior to the release date, they didn't come with the special blue laces. And Marcus Jordan would go on social media announcing that if your pair doesn't come with those special blue laces, then that means they're not coming from Trophy Room, which means basically they're not legitimate. But then all those resellers with pairs without blue laces, they were adamant that their pairs were backdoored directly through Trophy Room, and that this was just a tactic by Marcus Jordan to shield himself from those allegations. So currently on platforms like StockX, the pairs with the special blue laces, which they call friends and family pairs, those ones are selling for upwards of 3,000 to 4,000 Canadian dollars, whereas the pairs without the blue laces, those ones go for a bit less. So that kind of gives you a high-level backstory surrounding the whole fiasco about this release. And safe to say, it's probably one of the messiest releases I've seen of all time. And it's just one of those things that I don't think Nike can really do anything about, given that Marcus Jordan is Michael Jordan's son. So anyways, with all that out of the way now, let's break down the actual concept and the details about this Trophy Room Jordan 1. So back in 1985, Michael Jordan was selected as a first-time NBA All-Star, and this was during his debut rookie year. And the reason why the shoe is nicknamed Freeze Out is because there's a rumor flying around for years now that during that All-Star game in February of 1985, established NBA stars such as Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and George Gervin, let's just say they weren't too pleased with all the hype and the hoopla surrounding Michael Jordan, who, if you remember, was just a rookie, and he was already fast becoming the darling of the NBA. So the rumor is that these NBA stars chose to freeze out Michael Jordan from the game by basically playing loose defense among each other so that they can boost their own points, meanwhile playing tough defense on Michael Jordan and not passing him the ball, which meant he was limited to only 7 points in that game. So it's still unclear whether there's any truth to this or not. Some people argue that this is true, while Isaiah Thomas and other stars have gone on record saying that this is completely false. Whether it's true or not though, it's still a fun story to hear, and that's where the concept of this shoe comes from. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. And unlike your normal Jordan box, this being a very special shoe, it comes in a very special box. So this is a blue version of your classic Nike Jordan 1 box. We have Nike written on the very top in this sail off-white coloring, and we have all these stars on the bottom, which is a nod to the jerseys of the All-Star game. And then inside the box, it comes with this ticket, which has a bunch of trophy room branding on it, which looks like it's leapt straight from 1985. So diving straight into the details of this shoe, so this is your classic Air Jordan 1 high silhouette. On the toe box, the base layer here is constructed out of this smooth white leather, and like all your other Jordan 1s, we have this perforated finish to it. And in my opinion, this leather feels like it's pretty good quality overall. Wrapping around the outer edge of the toe box, instead of the normal plain red leather that the Chicago ones have, for this shoe, they're covered in this glittery look, and it almost looks like the shoe is frozen in ice, which goes back to the whole theme of freezing out. So this icy red leather covers the eyelets of the shoe as well, and then beneath this, we have more of that smooth white leather, and then stitched on top of this, we have a black leather swoosh. We have more of that sparkly red leather covering the side panels of the shoe, and underneath this on the lateral side only, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo pressed on in this black colored finish. Surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have this very soft and premium black colored leather, and then wrapping around the back heel, we have more of that sparkly, icy red leather, and we have Michael Jordan's signature printed on the lateral side. For the laces, so the default laces these come with is a flat black colored lace, which mirrors the look of the original Air Jordan 1 Chicago. But inside the box, they also give you 3 extra lace options. So there's a flat white lace, a flat red lace, and of course, the infamous blue laces, which have unique trophy room branding on it. Underneath this, we have your signature white colored nylon tongue, and at the very top, we have this red tag with Nike Air branding. On the inside of the tongue, so like I mentioned earlier, these are individually numbered and limited to 12,000 pairs only. So on the back of the left tongue, you have the number for your specific shoe, and then on the back of the right tongue, we have February 10th, 1985, which is the date of Michael Jordan's first All-Star Game appearance. The inner collar is padded and lined in this black colored textile, and then embroidered on the medial edge, we have the words "Rumor has it," which questions the freeze-out incident during the All-Star Game. For the insoles, so these come with unique special insoles as well. So they're foam padded, and stitched on the heel we have trophy room branding, which gives it a very unique touch. So the upper of these trophy room ones sits atop this solid rubber cup sole, which is done in this off-white vintage looking finish. Encased within the midsole but not visible to the eye, we have Nike Air technology for cushioning. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your outsole, which is done in this semi-translucent milky finish. We have your standard traction pattern that is commonly seen on all your Jordan 1s, but then underneath this we have these star graphics, which again is a nod to the All-Star Game jerseys. So that breaks down the look and the details of these trophy room 1s. Just as an FYI for those wondering, these fit exactly like all your other Jordan 1s, so for most people that means sticking true to size, but whatever size you normally wear for Jordan 1s, I'd stick with that same size for this one if you are picking these up. And from an overall quality and craftsmanship standpoint, overall I'd say that these are pretty good. I really like the leather that they use, as this nice softness to it, and you can tell that it's a genuine leather. But the sparkly icy red panels has a little bit of a stiff feel to it, which makes sense because the leather is coated with this sparkly overlay. But all in all, the overall build on this shoe is pretty solid, and I didn't really have any issues from a craftsmanship and build standpoint. So that wraps up my overall thoughts on the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1. Like I mentioned from the start, it seems like the drama and the controversy surrounding this release has become something even bigger than the shoes themselves, and it's obvious that the limited nature of this shoe is really what's driving the price upwards. To be honest with you guys, if I was to choose between this and your normal Chicago Air Jordan 1, I would definitely and easily choose the Chicago's 10 times out of 10. I just think this is much more of a nice collection piece, and I feel like if anyone was to actually wear these on the street, and not like it really matters because assuming your pair is legitimate and you know that yourself, but I feel like a lot of people would automatically assume that you're rocking a replica pair. But anyways, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this freeze-out colorway of this Trophy Room Air Jordan 1. What are your overall thoughts on this shoe, and your thoughts on how this shoe actually released back in February? For me, this is just a classic example of what's wrong with the sneaker industry these days. And I honestly feel like there's been much better releases throughout this year than this one. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the continued love and support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys all in my next installment of my Dare to Dream video series.